So, good night, good evening, everyone, or morning, or whatever part of the world you're in, but I imagine most of us in Europe. Welcome to another game of Werewolf. So, tonight's rules for the first game, we have an indeterminate number of werewolves, shock horror. They're the bad guys. You probably don't need me to explain what they do at this stage, but the village wants to kill them. They want to kill everyone else. On the village team, we will have a seer who each night will suggest to me who they want to look at, and I have cards somewhere that say villager or werewolf, so they'll know what team they are on. We'll have an apprentice seer. The apprentice seer does nothing unless the seer dies, then they become the seer. We've got a bodyguard. The bodyguard each night, before anyone else acts, will tell me a player they want to protect. And that player can't be targeted by anything that would kill them. They can't pick the same player 2 nights in a row. We have a diseased who, if the werewolves kill a diseased at night, then the werewolves will not get a kill the next night. They're busy being sick. We have a cursed who I'm going to tell them they are a regular villager, and they are, unless the werewolves kill them at night. If that happens, there is not a kill, and they turn into a werewolf. If the bodyguard protects the cursed, and the werewolves do target the cursed, then there is no transformation. We've got 2 other rules that are not an either team. So get ready for the fun.
So does the cursed know that they're cursed?
No, they will be told they're a villager.
And does the disease know they're diseased?
They will know they're diseased. So they can try to use that to bait the wolves to kill them. So first in the rules, since it was mentioned, we're going to have a chupacabra.
All right.
The chupacabra each night will wake up and target a player. If they target a villager or the other, nothing happens. If they target a werewolf, that werewolf dies. Once all the werewolves are dead, the village must kill the chupacabra to win, and the chupacabra will then start killing villagers and others. So the chupacabra is good for the village up to a certain point.
Will they know that they've killed all the werewolves?
Well, they'll know because they start from the first actual night. So they will know because they can target the same person. So let's say, for example, you're a villager. They target you at the first night. They know you're a villager. They can target you later in the game. And if you die then, they'll know you're a werewolf.
Okay.
It doesn't matter to them. They just want to kill and kill and kill.
It'll also be super obvious if there's just one kill and it's the chupacabra's target, that it's like to the person that is the chupacabra.
Yeah.
Because normally if the chupacabra kills, there would be a werewolf kill and the chupacabra kill, but suddenly it's just the chupacabra kill.
Can the bodyguard protect against chupacabra kills, or is it only against werewolf kills?
Against chupacabra kills, so the bodyguard could protect werewolves. Have fun with that.
In the morning, aren't you going to tell us what the alignment of the person that died at night is?
Yes, depending on how quickly you go through the days. If you're slow, I might just keep it secret near the end. But I intend at the start to tell you what team people are on when they die.
For the chupacabra to win, do they have to kill all of the werewolves and all of the villagers?
Yes, they have to be last man standing or achieve parity like a werewolf.
So will you say when the chupacabra dies, will you say it was the chupacabra?
Yes. And then one of the other role is the cult leader. Ooh. The cult leader is on no one's team but their own. Each night they will pick someone who is still alive to join the cult. If all alive players are in the cult leader wins.
Does it win alone?
He wins alone.
So the game ends at that
Even if he's dead?
Even if he's dead. And if he's dead, the oldest member of the cult, I will send them a message to wake them up and to continue the cult.
Oh, that's interesting.
Ah.
So there may be multiple cult leader wins because they keep the cult going.
And you can get werewolf in your cult?
Yep, and the chupacabra.
Sure.
Or could you explain
we
what
have
the game
next-
with that?
If the chupacabra or one of the werewolves is the oldest one, and you mail message them that they are now the cult leader, are they still a werewolf and chupacabra, or are they just the cult leader then?
Ooh, good question. I might skip them if they
Skip
have
them, yeah,
another
skip
role.
them.
Unless
It's
they're
enough
a
for them to
villager
have
role.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
enough for them to
Villager
have
role, I might
their
leave
own
them as
way
both.
to win.
When a new cult leader takes over, do they know who's already in the cult, or do they have to just start guessing?
I'll start writing out the numbers so that there's a guide for them.
Okay.
Because otherwise it's one of those roles where you could just end up turning the same person over multiple times.
But you said a werewolf can't become the cult leader, right? Because you said it
Can't
dies
become
off.
the leader. Yeah.
Okay, so because Ayahu or someone asked about they lose their werewolf win condition, but that's not the case because
Well,
a werewolf
yeah,
can never be.
Yeah,
Village
it would
would
just be the village.
So Damien,
Well,
you really waited in on for the cult this time. You want the
Yeah,
cult
well.
to win. That's gonna be fun. Let's
I
see.
like the
Yeah,
out of
giving them
control
all the cult people. So
That's that's all the roles. Okay, in that case, since everyone has their role and no one is saying no, so 3, 2, 1, go to sleep, everybody. Everybody should be asleep. So, for night 0, werewolf or werewolves, wake up and look for the others. I would suggest waving, making yourselves known. Okay, there's no kills for the werewolf on night 0, so go back to sleep. Seer, wake up. Choose a player. You can choose their name or their number, whatever is easiest. Thank you. Seer, go back to sleep. We're not calling the cult leader in the first night. We're not calling the chupacabra in the first night. No one else will be called. Okay, everybody, wake up. You may unmute yourselves.
Damien, I might have missed this. Does the cursed know they're cursed?
No.
The disease
fun
knows
that
they're
way.
diseased.
Yeah.
Actually,
disease
Adam
knows?
doesn't
Okay.
abuse himself.
I'm sticking with my prediction. The Colt's gonna win this one.
It seems likely.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
really, really hard to get them. All right, we
It'd
got
be
time.
hard not to.
Oh yeah, if you
Yeah,
guys haven't
you're-
played
Unless we get the cult leader right now. Can we pick the
Yeah,
cult
I know,
leader?
I know, but it's a shot in the dark. We have no idea. It's totally random.
We can go around
Yeah,
and get everyone
because
to say they're not the
because
cult
you
leader. if we want.
basically you have to get very, very lucky that it's only werewolves. Like they have to first of all pick only werewolves after them for the first little bit, and then we have like a couple nights maybe to get them. Like
It's kind of
so
weird, but it's kind of weird. You almost want to leave werewolves alive in this game with the cult leader, like because that's the only way you get rid of the cult leader is if it's only werewolves and chupacabra on his list.
But if the villager win before the cult converts everyone, doesn't the villager win before the cult? then?
Correct.
Yeah.
Kyle, you're
If
muted,
you
by
win
the way.
quickly enough.
I mean, in
Let's make-
I guess
theory,
that
the village can win on like 3 or 4
Let's
days.
make
Kyle,
it
you
easy,
did it.
right? Who's the cult leader?
No.
I think there's
Somebody
just so many
nominate
balls
Jason.
in the air that it's kind of hard.
I'm.
Well,
say
I'm
I'm one.
sorry. I
I'm
know
not
that
gonna
you said
volunteer
it.
to kill myself because I still got a
Don't
chance.
do that.
to be
Nick will kill you,
cult
and then
leader
he'll
because
get
I'm
voted out next time. We
If,
gotta have to keep in mind. Damien put up a timer, so I know we like to talk a lot, but we got to be really decisive.
Oh
with
no,
If the
yeah.
first player is killed and protected by the bodyguard, what did you say happens? They don't die
No,
or turn?
They don't die or turn.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're still cursed, right? Like it didn't happen.
Yep, they'll still be cursed.
Well, sometimes they would still turn, and I'm just clarifying that they would not do anything.
Yeah.
Well, I think we definitely need to be doing stuff
I
and killing off people in this game. With the cult we got built in timer, right? If we get to
it's gonna be
if
hard.
we get to about 10 or sort of 7 nights in, we're probably going to get very tough.
Yeah, the timers makes me nervous because we're always so suspicious of people just throwing out nominations, but right now, throwing out a nomination is not like you might just have to because of that timer.
Yeah, but how would we nominate? We like this thing. We have nothing to go on.
No, I know the first night's always like this, but we can't waste time. We don't want to go.
My favorite night.
Somebody.
Maybe Joseph because he fooled us last time.
And Joseph's not said much, so I'll happily nominate Joseph just to get him to talk.
It wasn't me,
I can
Joseph.
talk anyway.
It wasn't me.
Elliot nominates Joseph. Is there a second?
Yeah, why not?
I can talk anyway. It's like
Simon nominate. Simon seconds. So, Joseph, your defense.
I don't really have a defense at this point. I'm a villager. I don't know. I'm a tired villager because I was up and playing. I was playing early this morning, or I played late last night as well. So yeah, it's too many.
So
games.
what you're saying is you've been up at night. Quite.
No, I've been up at day. I was up this morning.
Was there a full moon?
No, I don't know. It's like grey and rainy in Sweden, so it's hard to tell.
And there's
See, the
wolves
werewolves
behind
are
them.
still after you.
And their lights got like brighter as you were talking.
Oh yeah, they're coming for me, as you can see here. So I'm trying to outrun them. So.
Is that timer for the night or for the day or for the defense?
This is
defense.
Okay.
He switches back and forth between the.
It's the official app, so.
Oh, it's official app? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Come back. We're voting on Joseph.
Okay, and as always, I'm going to mute you all just before the vote. So, up means live, down means die. And if I don't see a symbol, I'm assuming if I don't see anything or any hesitation, I will assume you're voting to live. So, Joseph, first nomination of day 1. 3, 2, 1, vote. Nobody voted down that I can see. Unmute yourselves.
And that's the only time you're gonna see that for Joseph.
I'm happy.
The only time you're going to see that.
I just wanted to say to Elliot, like, I'm happy to talk, but like, there's so many people, so I don't want to like take all the air.
I know. I'm just thinking who normally talks a bit, and I hadn't heard something from.
Especially when there's like a lot of new people, I want to give the new people the room to talk. So.
No, I don't blame you. I just where we got 7 minutes and we still know nothing.
Yeah, but the timer is tricky. I'm not a big fan of the timer.
As a new person, I like it in the sense that it's not going to be a game that lasts 5 hours.
I love the timer. I love the timer.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
So Jack was saying something.
Yeah.
I know night 1 quite often. You guys like to discuss how many werewolves we think there might be.
Chupacabra, I would imagine there's a lot.
Yeah.
4.
Wait, 4.
Well,
I'm gonna
the
go with
my guess.
The
I'm
cult
gonna go
leader
with
makes me go
5.
possibly only
Oh, cult
3.
leader maybe 1 less. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
Actually,
5
maybe
only
more
because
because
there's
of the cult
no
leader.
special roles. Like they don't
That's
have
true,
any
too.
powers.
Because the cult leader would make for a shorter game, so there potentially could be more werewolves, so that everyone has a fair shot.
Yeah, I think 4 or 5, but I'm leaning towards 5 right now.
The Chupacabra balances
5,
against
really?
werewolves.
I don't see it
There's
being
no
5.
powers. There's no powers. This is the first game I've actually played where the werewolves don't. There isn't a single one with a power.
What do you?
That's
they-
actually more normal.
They start with a ton of power. They know everyone. They know who's not a werewolf.
I meant that there's no like.
There's no dream wolf or anything, or
wolf or a dream wolf.
There's the cursed kind
There's
of.
a curse. I think it's 4. 4 would be
Plus
my
the curse.
max. 5 out of 19 is
I'd
huge.
say 4. Yeah, I'd say
4,
I
and the
mean,
curse will make 5.
Yeah, if you had 5 werewolves plus the curse plus the Chupacabra you got to kill, it starts to become virtually impossible to do it before the cult leader.
Well, it's not quite like that though, because the Chupacabra and the werewolves are not on the same team. So, like, you don't have to worry about them simultaneously. You only really have to worry about the Chupacabra after you kill the werewolves.
Damien is stressing me out over there every time you show that iPad.
So the Chupacabra balances against the werewolves in the way the game works. Do we think the cult leader balances for the villagers or against the villagers?
Neither.
I feel like the cult leader just shortens the timeline. Like, there's a clock on everybody to win.
Yeah. Do you think there'd be kind of like a net zero if you were scoring how they're ranked, as it were?
We need to get to nominating.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get
No, they would definitely be a negative in terms of balancing the game because they create a less of a win percentage for the villagers for sure.
And
But they also create less of a win percentage for the werewolves. So
yeah, for sure. But it's still
for
be a
the
negative number.
chupacabra, it's really annoying.
I think that both of those factors would make there be more werewolves, because you would want to give more werewolves so that potentially they could win before the timer's up. I think 5 is a very reasonable.
We need to nominate.
So we should just nominate and kill someone randomly if we've got nothing better.
Well, we definitely need to kill someone today. There's a clock on the win.
Yeah, I nominated, so someone else.
We have to take a chance at getting the cult leader.
Yeah.
Well, yes, Elliot, you can nominate again, just not Joseph, because you already
You know who's super quiet is my friend Daniel down there.
Hey,
Yeah.
how are you?
Yeah, you usually are more chatty. I'm just taking it all in, but you're definitely a chatter.
Yeah. Well, I tend to throw a joke or two. That's it. I never.
He stuttered a little bit there. That was a little bit of a tell with the stutter.
No,
I'll nominate Daniel.
Okay,
I'll second.
Who nominates that? Seconds. Okay.
I did.
Okay,
Kyle.
So you're ready to vote? Oh my God! Come on, guys.
They said they wanted it.
I'm trying
Go ahead,
not to
Daniel.
speak. Yeah, I'm trying not to speak. Okay. Can I say something now?
It's your defense.
At least give me something. Let me defend myself. So yeah, I'm a villager. I'm nothing special, and I don't want to be anything special. So, Scotty, you're wrong, dude. I'm quiet because I'm trying to read people. I have nothing to say, actually. Yeah, it's too early for anything. So, yeah.
So you wanted the floor so you could say you had nothing to say. Is that what just happened?
Well, Scotty asked me why am I so quiet. I have nothing to say, and I didn't stutter. I was trying not to speak over people.
Okay, that's everyone done. So Daniel is the second nomination of day one. Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, vote. So let's see. Elliot's down. Justin's down. Sam is down. Kyle is down. Yahoo's down. Alex is down. Nick is down. That's how many. I've got to count. If I say the names, I'm going to try to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not enough. You may unmute yourselves. Daniel's still alive.
Guys, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, I'm curious. Was there something he said?
Why?
When he said he's trying not to talk over people, that made I voted up, but I was immediately suspicious of that.
I was seriously not trying not to talk over people.
I know, but that's not your usual play.
No, but I would not do
usually
that.
very, very sort of like you want to say your point to get it over, and that's usually.
Well, I have
when you're a
no
good
point. I have
person.
no. But I have no information, Simon. I would not say anything. People
Damien,
are
just to
like
clarify,
more chatty than me.
I've never played with you as the host. When the timer runs out, do we immediately go into the next round with no kill?
We go to the night.
Okay. So I am suspicious of people that are going to be quiet and not making accusations, because I think a werewolf would sit back and kind of let the timer run out. So I
thought that
agree
too sometimes, and
the whole
that's not
being
always the
quiet thing
case.
is probably not a good strategy.
Yeah, but
Also,
Connor,
I don't
not
think it is.
now. Not
I don't
now.
think it is.
At the beginning, what can you say?
No, it's
I have
random.
No
That's why-
idea. I have no clue.
Connor is onto something here. Like the last game we played with Damien, I was a werewolf, and I just talked so people would wouldn't focus on the timer and just the timer ran out. So
everything in my body tells me Daniel is the cult leader.
God,
So I'm going to
Scotty,
nominate Daniel.
Come on, dude. You cannot
nominate Daniel.
Wait. Cannot nominate me twice in a row.
I didn't.
He can't.
It depends on what Damien does.
Guys, I am a good roll, and you don't want to kill me. But hey, I'm dead anyway, so never mind.
You said
You might as well say your roll then.
Don't second that.
Hang on a second. Hang
I would
on.
not say my roll.
Has Daniel been renominated or what?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah,
but don't
I don't
second
know
it.
what are
Nobody
you
seconded
doing.
yet.
I thought
So what
Elliot
you're
seconded
doing
it.
here, guys? It's
Damien,
know.
can we nominate the same person twice?
Yes, but not the same person can't
Right.
nominate the same
Yahoo
Okay.
did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did
So
anyone second?
No.
Elliot's ready to vote.
did.
Okay.
Is
No one
anyone
seconded.
seconding it?
Elliot seconded.
Elliot has
Did I?
been so aggressive. He's like second and nominated
Yeah.
and voted down on 2
Did,
people.
What's your
Elliot, did you,
point?
Elliot, did you second it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Elliot is
okay.
super aggressive. Like he must.
Who was the nomination
Yeah.
from?
Scotty.
Scotty was the nomination and Elliot was the second.
So are we having another
No,
50
we don't have to
seconds,
kill
or-
him. So
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Daniel,
He
you're
has
back
a-
in the block.
Well, what can I say? I mean, I would just like to make Damien laugh right now and read your chat. I just
I
wrote
read
something Yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, there's nothing I can say. Actually, I would just say that I'm a good guy this time, and I was being quiet, trying to read people, trying to write something, write my notes and stuff like that. So
we don't have to
that's
kill
only-
him. We don't have a Sasquatch.
Yeah,
so.
there is no Sasquatch.
We're not
No,
killing.
but the cult leader does have a clock on.
Yeah, but
the
we're not
game.
killing the seer.
I
which
mean,
is probably
I had a
is.
good game last game. I'm not expecting a good game this time. So.
Do you think he's the seer? Is that what
or
you're
the,
saying?
Yeah, or the apprentice seer. Because like Scotty and Elliot are over aggressive. There's something fishy going on with those two.
I may be the seer, I may be the apprentice
I've
seer,
voted
I
up
may
every
be
time.
something else, or I may be a villager trying to be to sway the attention of someone being something. So yeah,
Okay.
do
The right thing
whatever
is to
you
kill
like,
somebody,
guys.
And I don't know if
It's
he's
all
the right
about you.
one, but I don't have any reason not.
You're all muted. It's the final vote free of day one. And as people have pointed out, there is no Sasquatch, so you can leave people alive if you choose. Is everyone ready to vote? 3, 2, 1. Vote. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, 4 down, 5 down, 6 down, 7 down, 8 down. That's not enough. So nobody dies the first day. You can all stay muted. Okay, everybody go to sleep. A nice peaceful night. It's not going to stay like that though. Bodyguard, wake up. Who would you like to protect? Bodyguard, go to sleep. Werewolf or werewolves? Wake up. Who would you like to kill? Or try to kill? You must have a majority. Thank you. Werewolves, go to sleep. Seer, wake up. Choose a player to look at. Seer, go back to sleep. Cult leader, wake up. Who is joining the cult? Cult leader, go back to sleep. I can't promise this will be as much fun. Chupacabra, wake up. Choose a player to target who you think is a werewolf. Chupacabra, go back to sleep. Everybody, wake up. Except for number 15. Kyle, you've died in the first night. Unlucky. See you in the post-game chat. Kyle was a villager. You may all unmute yourselves, and I'll reset the timer.
It's interesting.
So the Chupacabra missed.
Yeah.
Elliot, why were you like so quick to second that to nominate or second Daniels?
Yeah, I seconded it. And I suppose the discussion afterwards made me more convinced. It was almost 50-50 the first time. If you either pick a random person to kill who could be a role, or you got someone who the defense still made me feel like he was digging himself more into a hole, and at most he said he was an ordinary villager. And if I believe it's an ordinary villager, I don't mind too much if you accidentally hit an ordinary villager. That's it's a probability thing. If I think there's sort of 50-50 chance that you've got sort of a cult leader or a werewolf versus an ordinary villager, that's pretty good odds at this time in the
I'm
game.
gonna nominate Elliot.
No,
I don't
before
like
you do
that.
that, can I throw? Okay.
You seconded?
Sam.
Typically, you jumped in as I was muted there.
Okay,
So who nominated and who seconded?
Caitlin nominated, Sam seconded.
Okay, thank you.
So
Elliot, you're on the chopping block.
Yeah, it's just one villager. I think I've already given as much of an offence as I can. So can I give Connor my time? Given you were about to say something.
I mean, I'll say something. It's not really a defense for you, but
that's fine.
it makes. I would, if I was a werewolf, I wouldn't have killed Daniel, Elliot, or Scotty, right? Because they were all pointing fingers at each other. I think this is one of those sketchy situations where all three of them are villagers, and the werewolves are going to let us pick them off one by one. So I'm very hesitant to vote for them right now.
You say Daniel, Elliot, and Scotty?
Right?
Yeah.
Those are the three that
But-
were kind of going after each other last
No,
round.
I just want to say I have no suspicions at this point in time. So even
No,
though
I'm saying-
Scotty's going all hard on me, it's fine.
No,
it's
but
okay. I
Daniel-
understand that.
Okay,
but-
Daniel-
if I can just take my final few seconds, just so everyone knows, in case you kill me, I'm an ordinary villager. You're not killing off a roll. It's not the end of the world.
Sounds like that's it. So, vote 1 of day 2 is for Elliot. Is everyone ready to vote? 3, 2, 1, vote. 1 down. 2 down. So yeah, that's Adam and Joseph are the only ones voting down. That's not enough. Elliot, you're still alive?
So Caitlin and Sam, can I ask why you guys voted up? Because you guys were the ones who nominated.
I don't know. I respect playing with you, Connor, which is why when you especially said the werewolves are gonna want us to kill them off, those 3 of them. But I figured if we keep playing and it come back to being suspicious of him, I'll just nominate him
I think so
later.
too.
That's why.
I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying I think this is one of those situations where the werewolves are just going to sit back and let those guys kind of argue and we'll just pick them all off.
Yeah, I'm still suspicious of them, but that's the main reason why I just didn't vote down again.
Did we hear from some people that haven't said anything yet? Like,
Damien
so
muted, by the way.
I have a thought. I'm really sorry, Joseph.
no, I want to hear from other people. So
I know last time you were playing a werewolf and you were very, very chatty. And we've got that many different roles this time, some of which I'm not very familiar with. So I just find your silence a little odd.
I'm not silent.
Because here's the thing, right? If I was in some sort of complicated role, I don't know what roles you've played before, but I would probably be sitting back and watching. And if I was, I can't even say it, the Chupacabra or the cult leader or I don't know, something like that. I do think that, I don't know. I just know that you were very chatty last time, so this is quite a stark contrast, and it just has a little red flag waving in my head.
yeah, I can see that. But to be honest, I am really tired. So,
This is third game.
I did
in
that
8
this morning against him.
I mean, other
also,
people might
again,
know
I don't
you
like.
better,
I don't like to have 3 people talking the whole game. It's fun if other people can talk too. So, Simon,
So
how are
Adam?
you doing today?
Adam.
Oh, Adam, how is
He's
Adam
done
doing?
well. He's got to near
if
the
I
end of day 2.
I never, because I was muted, I never said my thoughts on Elliot. But I wanted to get him up just because I think, well, it seemed like Joseph was onto something, I thought, with how aggressive he was last round. And I wanted to see him, how he'd be on the chopping block. He's probably my main suspicion right now, although Connor may be onto something. But I voted up because I didn't see a point in killing right away on the first nomination. And I figured we'd come back to it if we thought that was a good idea.
Adam, you're up.
I'm not dead.
The only reason I voted, well, there's two reasons. One, right before we voted, like some dog started barking outside, and it kind of caught my attention. But I was thinking Elliot would be an easy pick for the cult leader because he usually survives a while, and he said he was a regular villager, so I feel like he would be a prime suspect for the cult leader to peg to join the cult. So I didn't figure he would die since it was the first vote, but I just wanted to kind of throw a little bit of, because I knew somebody would question it, so I wanted to throw that out as possibility as well.
Yeah, I want to ask a question. I want to ask Alex, what do you think of Joseph?
I went back, but I think, didn't you also play in the other two games in the last 18 hours?
Not this morning. I was sleeping.
No,
I didn't
Daniel.
wake up.
Daniel.
Me?
Daniel and I did.
I played. Yeah, we played a lot lately, Alex. Yeah, I think we've
There's
played
some
in
of
every
us that
game.
are kind of on the tired side, and I'm the only one that I know of. And maybe Adam, that are the silent types out of those games. So
I like your line
so
of
you wanna
questioning.
say
Though. I'm going to go
I'm,
from Zilke about Justin. I like asking someone about someone else. So Silk, tell me about Justin.
Oh, you're muted.
You're muted, Silke.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Like me, he hasn't said much, I think so. I can't say anything about Justin. I've got my Sternchen on 3 people, but my last guesses from last week were really bad. So I've got one on Jack because he was the first one to ask about the werewolves, and I think in the other games I watched, the werewolves tend to want to prove that they are not werewolves by asking questions about them. I distrust Daniel because he said the first nomination he said I'm nothing special, and on the second one he said I am something special.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to. Yeah.
Guys, we have 3 minutes. We only have one nomination. We have 3 minutes.
So Michael is new as well. So, Michael, what do you think about? I don't know. I'm just gonna say something about Flick. We kind of start doing that.
I don't really know if I have any thoughts about Flick so far. I watched the last game that she's videoed here where Damien moderated, and Flick seems to be playing very similar to how she played that game, and she was a villager in that game. I'm not suspicious of Elliot at the moment. That's why I voted up. I think it would be unusual for a werewolf to be as aggressive as he was in the first round, nominating the second.
I actually think Felicia is a lot more quiet. I watched the Damien game earlier today.
Can I just say, I've just had a pizza delivery quite literally mid-game. So I've been organizing my partner to go down to get the food because Papa John's delivered someone else's pizza. So the phone has been going back and forth to get the right food.
Okay. She was very active in the previous game.
That makes
very
sense.
active.
How much
Look,
time
I think
So we are
everybody's
running
a
out
bit
of time.
different in this game tonight, and that's why I'm looking at Joseph.
It's their second one.
I don't know.
Got more
And also Daniel, but mainly Joseph.
Hi, Flick.
I'm gonna
Hi.
nominate Jack.
Hi.
I like what Silk said. I like that suspicion on Jack.
So that
Before you
was
do,
Connor
before-
nominating Jack.
Before that seconded, I am just a regular villager, nothing else at all. The only suspicion I have is on Nick. The reason I say that is because
You've got your defense for this, Jack. Is anyone seconding that nomination? You've 1 minute 30 left. Silka
Okay.
seconds. Okay.
Nominated?
Now,
May I ask?
you're
Connor,
nominated,
Connor.
Jack. Now I have your defense.
Yeah, so I am just a regular villager, nothing else at all. Although, of course, I could have been hit by the cult leader now. I think you have to kill, so I don't think you can spare me, unfortunately.
This is the second nomination,
No, it's
man.
the second one.
Oh, is it? Okay, my mistake. Yes, the only reason I said I've got the slightest suspicion of Nick is just in past experiences of playing Werewolf. Often when Werewolf sees somebody that's being slightly attacked, in which Joseph was, rather than jumping on that bandwagon, they often use somebody else to throw suspicion on them. So Nick asked Alex what he thought of Joseph after the suspicion was already on Joseph. And just in my experience of Werewolf, that is a werewolfy thing to do. But yeah, I'm just a villager.
That's funny because okay.
Okay. Second nomination of day 2. Too much Vampire the Masquerade to keep referring to nights for the mean days. Is everybody ready to vote? 3, 2, 1, vote. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, 4 down, 5 down, 6 down is not enough. So you're still alive, Jack. You may all unmute yourselves.
Yeah, I just want to say that I'm not suspicious of Nick. I think that was a good thing to do, like starting to, because that was a good idea. Like if you ask someone to talk about someone else, you get sort of 2 people to interact in some way. So I kind of like
and
that.
it also wasn't really because of the suspicion on Joseph. It was to a little bit of suspicion on Alex, and I was just trying to see that through that. But
I like that dynamic that it creates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate entirely that's a possibility, and that
We're down to like the last
so keep that in
50
mind.
seconds. So like I'm just wondering, Matthias, do you want to chat? Because like you're also very quiet.
Yeah, last time I was so wrong, so yeah. The only specification I had this time was on Elliot, but yeah, last time I was dead wrong on basically everything.
Okay, we are running out of time. We're gonna have to nominate a third person. 30 seconds.
Can't nominate.
Like I can throw out a random name, but
I'm still leaning towards Jack, and it's only because of what Silke, is that your name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's only what she said, and that's the only suspicion I have to go off of. But I can't nominate.
10 seconds.
10, 9.
Wait, who did you want to nominate?
I'll
Jack?
nominate 14.
Yeah, well, I'll second just because we're so close.
So yeah, who did you nominate?
Jack, because that was the name that was being thrown around. I didn't hate his theory, but somebody's got to go, and I don't hate Nick Pease either.
No problem. And then Flick seconded. So Jack, you're on the chopping block again, but as you've seen, that doesn't automatically mean you're dead.
Yeah, I think you do have to kill me, like I said. I am a villager, but there is, of course, that chance I've already been hit by the cult leader. I think if the village don't kill people, there's no chance of winning, is there? So the only way we can win is by killing people. Otherwise, it's just a countdown timer for the cult to win. So I think you have to kill me, even though I'm just a villager.
Very elegant defense. Are you sure I didn't put a Tanner in here? Okay. Muting everyone. Vote free after day 2. Is everyone ready to vote? 3, 2, 1, vote. It's probably easier to count who's voting up at this stage. Elliot votes to save, and that's it. Even Jack votes to kill himself. Jack is a Tanner. No, wait, wrong game. Sorry, Jack was a villager. Good night, everybody. Go to sleep. Okay. Bodyguard, wake up. Who would you like to protect? Bodyguard, go back to sleep. Werewolf or werewolves, wake up. Who would you like to kill? Well, for werewolves, go back to sleep. Seer, wake up. Who would you like to know about? Seer, go back to sleep. Cult leader, wake up. Who's joining the cult? Cult leader, go back to sleep. Chupacabra, wake up. Who you taking a stab or a sucker at? Chupacabra, survive the night, go back to sleep. Everybody wake up, except for number, Mrs. Doyle's lucky number, it's 11. Sorry, Daniel, you're gone. You survived longer than you thought you would with the message, though, which said that he reckoned he'd be dead in the first day. Everybody else may unmute yourselves.
And when he was a villager?
He was a villager.
So, like, some of you guys have played with each other before, so is there anyone who is, like, specifically being a bit strange? Because, like, I've only played with Joseph once before, and, like, I just feel like they're being a bit odd.
I have some stars around a name that I really, it's too early to go with, but I have this theory. Because we have an apprentice seer, normally we want the seer to come out late, but we're going to get a backup seer potentially. If the seer knows of anything, I think it's worth it.
It's too early unless they know a couple of werewolves.
Yeah.
Well, we got two seers.
I will say,
There's a lot of werewolves.
Adam's talking more than usual. That's the only comment that I have.
Well, because we asked him to talk, though, I feel like.
I'm just kidding. He's talking the same amount.
I was like, no, Felicity, to go with what you were saying with Joseph, I played a game this morning with Joseph, and I thought the same thing, and he ended up, like, not being one. So I think, honestly, he's just tired for Joseph. Like, I
am.
I think that's all it is. Yeah, he looks exhausted.
I don't know. I have a lot of I have a couple of names down, and I just have a lot of stars around different things. But like, is there anyone like, because we are having to like kill off people, and there's no like sudden theory or anything that we've got, because like we haven't got a ghost this time.
I will say I hate I hate when people use that. Oh, I'm tired. It's like, if you're up enough to be playing the game, like I think you're awake enough to be.
Yeah, but do I need to talk all the time? It's boring for everyone if like I'm talking all the time.
Well, you did that
It
last
would
week.
affect your behavior even if you can function. Like,
of course I function, but I don't see the point of like 3 people talking and 18 people
Okay,
being
let's
quiet.
move on from this, though. Like, Joseph's tired. Yeah, people.
I had a thought, and I saw this in I saw this in a game the other day where Damien was the only werewolf, and he was the only one that voted up on a kill. So I only noticed that last round, Elliot was the only one voting up, and I didn't know if that seemed suspicious or not.
Elliot's been, I don't know.
For me, it was just Jack convinced me. You've got to kill me when there's no second type thing. It had some flaws in the logic, but it's exactly the flaws in the logic an ordinary villager makes.
You don't think at this point we need
a werewolf would never go and say, "Yeah, kill me," like that.
You don't think at this point we basically need to be killing every night?
Yeah, I will say his behavior
I disagree, Elliot, because
if you kill an ordinary, kill an ordinary villager, it's one less person for the cult to target. It shortens your clock, and therefore, I think we need to be killing people, but we don't need to kill someone who really is an ordinary villager. And I genuinely believe Jack was an ordinary villager.
Well, you could also be killing people that were in the cult, which would be shortening the clock.
It doesn't make any difference unless you get rid of the cult altogether. You don't. It doesn't matter how many people are in the cult; it's how many non-cult people are left.
To a certain extent, we've so little information on the cult. you're probably better off not thinking about the cult and just worrying about killing the werewolves and thinking about the interaction between the chupacabra and the werewolves.
Yeah, at this point, the cult leader's already got his back up in line. I don't think we can stop the cult.
No, and you're not going to get any information during the day that will enlighten you on who the cult leader or members of the cult will be. So,
Sorry, Connor, you were very chatty like in the last round. So I'm just wondering because you've been kind of just
I'm
quietly
apologizing.
nodding.
No, I'm apologizing. I'm muting I have my kid in here, so I'm muting it in and out so you guys don't hear him in the background while you're talking. But I was saying, I disagree with what Elliot was saying about a werewolf wouldn't just say, go ahead and kill me. There's no Sasquatch, so we could have saved Jack and he would have made it through. So a werewolf would 100% still use that same defense to try and prove that they're a villager. So I don't know. I didn't agree with what you said about that.
You're probably going to kill them anyway, and it's going to come out if they die when you do that. Werewolves would say, yes, I'm just an ordinary villager, but they wouldn't say, you need to kill someone, kill me.
Guys, we got 4 minutes. We need to kill someone.
Okay, so
We haven't made a
people.
single nomination yet.
Yeah, I
nominate
second
Elliot.
Elliot for sure. Yeah.
So who nominated? Sorry.
That's a Yahoo's third nomination, by the way.
Yahoo nominates and Joseph seconds. Okay. Elliot?
I believe it's my second, sir.
Yeah.
Nope, 3.
Nope.
Okay,
second.
guys, give it a minute. What we say is, I am an ordinary villager. I'm not going to lose anything. What I would say, because I think I've attracted enough suspicion for some reason that I'm going to go at some point anyway, is do take note of who's throwing suspicion my way and see if any of that can help, because this isn't just that you need to kill someone. I don't know whether I mean, given I expected Daniel, I don't think it can be because I'm right on anything, but yeah, so that's probably all I got to say.
Okay. First vote of day 3 is for Elliot. Everyone ready to vote? 3, 2, 1. Vote. 1 down. 2 down, 3 down, 4 down, 5 down is not enough. If you want the name, keep your hands up so I can read, because someone did ask me to say who was voting down. That was Scotty, Sam, Joseph, Yahoo, and Alex. Unmute yourselves.
So just quick thing here. Who was throwing all the sort of shade towards Elliot? Because I just remember that last week that was the werewolf's tactic. And like in my head, I'm thinking Connor did that and Joseph?
Connor was
I'm just saying he's been really aggressive. Like in
I
the first
defended
game.
Scotty,
Yeah.
Elliot, and Daniel, and all I said was I feel like this is one of those situations where the werewolves are letting them pick at each other. I could be completely wrong, but I just felt like we had a bunch of villagers complaining with each other, and obviously Daniel was a villager.
So I observed that Elliot was acting odd on a number of occasions. I did follow his logic on one point and go with him. However, Connor is as safe a person as I have in my book, and then he went towards him. So that's why I only nominated twice. I have been involved in other votes, but I nominated the last one, and actually this one, so I cheated. Because I shouldn't. It was the last one of last night.
I do want to say this because I don't want to waste time, but I've played one game with Elliot where he was a werewolf. I just don't feel like he's playing like that, and I'm going off of that gut feeling that he's not. That's the only reason why I voted up. And I did disagree with something he said. That doesn't mean I think he was a werewolf. I just disagreed with the statement he made about a werewolf wouldn't say, "Oh, I'm a villager. You can just kill me." Like they would.
We see the time.
I just have a question. My brother's playing guitar in the background. If I'm unmuted, can you guys hear that?
You're good.
No.
Okay.
You're good.
I've just been not talking just because I didn't want to have bass music just pumping through.
Man, that would have been such good background noise, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're running out of time.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say who I think is. I don't have any good suspicions now, but I'm gonna say who I think is a villager, based on like social cues. So Nick, Daniel. Well, Daniel is dead, but Connor and Adam are on my villager list so far. Caitlin, I'm not sure about.
I'm a villager, 100% villager, not a werewolf this game.
Well, one of
100%
yours, Joseph,
villager.
is my number one cult leader guy. So,
But I don't understand how we're gonna find the cult leader. Like, how are we gonna?
Hang on, a cult leader would say that though.
I guess. I don't know,
Like,
but like,
look,
what?
in my,
I'm
like,
curious.
I'm so
like,
sorry, but in
goodness,
my
less than
head,
2 minutes,
you
guys.
just are screaming cult. I don't know. It's the kind of like I'm just going to sort of sit back and watch magnanimous type thing, and it's a stark contrast to last week. And
this
it just
meta is
screams
like,
cult.
yeah, but this meta is like, I have to talk a lot every game, otherwise I get suspicious. Like,
I mean, in terms of what we do know, we know the cult leader will really want to stay alive more than other players, and that they'll want people to be killed.
I'm just curious with Scotty, like, what do you base that on? Like,
well, I'll just Connor
No
is.
offense. I don't think we have time to talk about this. We have a minute,
Yeah.
and we've only got one nomination. I'm sorry. We can talk about this next round.
Yeah.
Connor, who do you have suspicions on? I think you're the one most of
My
us
only
trust the
one
most.
was Jack last round, and it was the little tell of just asking, like Silke said, about how many werewolves are. That's it. I don't have any suspicions.
The only suspicion I have is Scotty because he did want the seer to come out.
How many nominations have we had today?
Only one.
We gotta
All right,
get
I'll
on this.
nominate
Who
Scotty.
wanted the seer to come out?
Simon
Scotty.
nominates Scotty. Is there a second?
I think I said if the seer knows something, they should come out because we have a backup seer. I've never played with a backup
but
seer.
it's very early. To
Connor
answer.
seconds.
Simon.
Scotty, you're on the block.
Oh, I'm on the block?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I nominated you.
Okay. No, once again, I got the plain vanilla villager role that I've gotten 4 times in a row. I don't take notes when I'm a werewolf. I've got copious notes as a villager. My number one, I have notes and then I have stars. I have stars on Connor. And I know other people don't suspect Connor, but
Scotty's frozen, so pause the timer.
I've got
You
a bad
froze there
feeling
for
about Connor.
Okay.
Did I freeze?
Yeah.
Am I back?
You froze a little, but we heard it afterwards.
Did you say anything after you said you were suspicious of Connor?
No, I don't want to waste my. I mean, I know I'm using my time to throw shade at someone else, but.
So wait, how many have we got left? Like, if is this the second
One
vote?
more.
This is
Yeah.
the second vote.
Okay.
So.
And like 30 seconds to nominate them.
Okay.
Yep, that's also true. So, muting time. Vote 2 of day 3. Let's try not to say night instead of day. It's so tricky. Is everyone ready to vote? 3, 2, 1. Vote. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, 4 down, 5 down, 6 down, 7 down, 8 down, 9 down. That is enough. So Scotty is eliminated in the second vote. Keep your hands up just to those who wanted to have a record of who is voting down and up. Has it? I'm not reading out all the names. They're there for you to see. But I can tell you that Scotty was a villager. Good night, everybody. Go to sleep. Down to 15. Okay, bodyguard, wake up. Who would you like to protect? Bodyguard, go to sleep. Werewolf or werewolves, wake up. Who do you wish to try to kill? Werewolf or werewolves, return to sleep. Seer, wake up. Who do you wish to know about? Seer? Seer, go back to sleep. Cult leader, wake up. Who is joining the cult? Cult leader, go back to sleep. Chupacabra, wake up. Who you suckering? Chupacabra, go back to sleep. Everybody, wake up. Except for Yahoo and Connor. Yahoo was a villager, Connor was a werewolf. You may unmute yourselves.
Okay, so
Nice.
hang on.
Connor had me fooled.
Was it? I
too.
I'm
was
really
not.
bad at this
Something seemed
game.
off.
He was on my list.
I
He was
only
on
got
my
suspicious
list.
of him when Scotty
I see.
said something.
He was my
Scotty
last
knew it.
one.
On
Ah.
your
I thought
suspicion
Connor was.
list or what?
So wait, Connor was 8. So Connor was down as I have. Well, no. Then I'll show everyone my list.
I know. So I was like, I was glad he was the last
So,
one.
yeah,
on mine.
no.
No,
So wait.
there's just like, I was like, the only reason why I was suspicious of Connor is like he really wanted to avoid us killing Elliot, Scotty, and Daniel, and that's why I really was like it. So when Scotty said, you know, I'm suspicious of Connor too, that's part of the reason why I voted up for Scotty, because yes, he wanted the seer to come out, but I was also hoping we get that third nomination to see who was going to be that quick third.
I'm saying that's even more on my case. Like Elliot is suspicious.
But Connor, I don't know.
Connor tried to clear
I'm
him,
trying not
saying
to
he was a
medic the
villager.
game right now.
Yeah,
No, but he said like he's a villager, so.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
thought. I mean, I don't think I am a villager, but I don't think there's much I can say to dissuade you.
No, I'm just saying that it makes you look even more suspicious. You were really
Well,
aggressive day one, and then.
I think it's probably just with the clock there. I just thought we had to start making a nomination or two.
We are all ganging up on Elliot here, and I'm just taking note of all the people ganging up on Elliot, because that happened last week when it came to me, and I'm just a bit suspicious. There's certain names that
I'm not ganging up. I've been from
very
day
good.
one. Like when you're super aggressive, you're either like just normal villager and you're being aggressive, or you're actually a werewolf and you're like too excited, so you can't stop yourself.
Or you're very laid back and potentially a cult leader, magnanimously looking over the entirety of the village.
I mean,
like I can see you quite
Such a
literally,
weird-
like it's almost like you have a little crown on.
I'm
your head.
running from werewolves. Come on.
So Felicity, you're saying that you're the cult leader because you've been more laid back eating your pizza over there.
I know it's great pizza.
Maybe that's why you're talking so much about the cult leader, because you are the one.
Can I ask what you've got on your pizza?
So it is the Amarillo base, and it's got the vegan pepperoni, so it's like jackfruit. And then I put a bunch of the.
Can we not talk about pizza when it's 4.5 minutes to go? Sorry.
No, it's just if there was pineapple on there, then I was going to nominate you.
Oh no, there's no pineapple. There's a bunch of chilies and jalapenos.
If there was a fruit werewolf in here, then.
I'm curious, like Michael, what your thoughts are.
Yeah, so I had a few. I've swung a few different ways a couple of times on this. So initially, I didn't suspect Elliot, because I thought the way he was aggressive in the first round kind of supported the fact that he was more likely a villager. And then I've kind of gone back and forward on it. I'm still undecided at the moment. I think Connor defending him possibly is either trying to draw attention to him to make the villagers more likely to trust him when he could be a werewolf. I'm not quite sure. Joseph, I think
Can I
is
just say that
directed.
Connor did change his mind about defending. He started off by defending me, Daniel, and Scotty, and then after I believe Jack, who was a villager, then he started to say that he disagreed with that point of view.
I mean, I did too, though, with your point of view you had. So I don't really think that means anything, though, on that side of things.
Michael, what did you say about me?
I was just about to say that you've directed traffic a few times. Once maybe to Scotty in the last round, you drew attention to the fact that he talked about the seer, which
Yeah,
these are
that's way too early to come out. So.
And you also directed attention to Connor, which was good, and to Elliot. So I'm not sure.
But I thought Connor was good. Like I'm not that good at this game. Like people think
might
because.
Be Chupacabra. I think.
Wait. Did you just say you're not that good at this
no,
game?
I'm not that good at this game. People always like ask me like, "Oh, what do you think?" I don't know. Like I'm wrong most of the time.
That's another massive red flag. I'm not that good at this game.
Joseph's on minus Chupacabra. That's where I think at the moment.
If I were Chupacabra, I would be like, "Oh, I'm so relaxed." I'm not. I'm tense.
I'll nominate Joseph. He's just said a couple things that been worrying me.
Justin nominates Joseph.
Second that.
Silka seconds. Okay, Joseph.
Yeah, okay. Well, I am a villager and I have a role. But I'm not going to say which role. But I'm a villager. I want the villagers to win. I'm not a werewolf. So I'm hunted by werewolves, as you can see. I'm trying to escape here. So that's about it. I don't really have that great defense. And yeah, don't kill me.
Okay. So, is day 4 and the first nomination. There are 13, so 7 is the magic number. Everyone ready to vote? 3, 2, 1, vote. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, 4 down, 5 down, 6 down. It's not enough. So Joseph is still alive. Has everyone got their record of who voted down on that, since everyone's dropping their hands?
You can do print screens as well if you...
Yep, that's enough. Everybody, get your hands down. Unmute yourselves.
So, Simon,
weren't
just a
8 or
second.
9 votes down there?
I think you counted wrong, Damien.
Oh, wait. Do we need to count again?
I think there was
count again.
8,
yep.
8 down.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, you're right. I did miscount my mistake. So
Sorry,
Joseph is dead. I put you down to 12. And Joseph was the cult leader. So allow me to mute you all. Do not go to sleep. Everybody check your messages. And go to sleep. And yes, Joseph, I know, but since they were accusing you of it from day one, I figured let's let them look at their screens and see. Bodyguard, wake up. Who would you like to protect? Thank you. Bodyguard, go back to sleep. Werewolf or werewolves? Wake up. Who do you wish to kill? Werewolves, go back to sleep. Seer, wake up. Who do you wish to know about? Seer, go back to sleep. Cult leader, wake up. Who is joining the cult? Cult leader, go back to sleep. Chupacabra, wake up. Who would you like to attempt to kill? Thank you. Go back to sleep. Everybody wake up. Except number 20. Nobody died.
Just say number 20 to throw me off.
Yep.
Okay, I was just like, wait, I was so confused.
Okay, so either the bodyguard saved someone, the curse has turned, or the previous night they got the disease.
Oh, I'd almost forgotten those were in play. Sorry, I was so busy thinking about everything else.
So Daniel died, right? Was Daniel the last night
No,
death?
Yahoo was the last
Yahoo.
one.
So, cursed then? No, diseased.
Well, Yahoo could have been diseased. Yeah, Yahoo was diseased, or the cursed was turned, or the bodyguard protected someone. Those are the three options.
Or they tried to kill the chupacabra.
Now we know who the cult leader was.
There's four options. There's
Yeah.
four options.
I would just like to say to Adam that I was suspicious of you the whole time because you accidentally said something when you were asking Damien at the start, like what if the cult leader did this? And I thought straight away that was like you saying you were the cult leader. But I think you did a mistake like you did when you said you're a regular werewolf.
Man, I feel like I'm normally pretty good at reading people right now, and I'm just struggling. Like,
We're 5 nights in. The seer
nights,
could have lots of potentially very useful information now. And we do have an apprentice here. So I know
Maybe.
you're on the side draw attention to yourself, but I'm just wondering, is now a good time for a seer to come out?
I think if the seer doesn't come out now, we have to either assume that they were killed or everyone they've been checking's been killed. So virtually, and they've only got one name left.
The other problem with that theory is we don't know if the apprentice seer is still around, right? That's the other.
And they might only have one or two.
I would say there's no point of seer coming out unless they've identified the werewolf that hasn't been killed yet.
I would say there could be a point, like let's say how many nights is that? 3 or 4? Like if they had, I think it's 4, right? Nights of, because they get to check on night 0.
It'd be 5.
Oh yeah, because with night 0. So I would say like if they check 5 people and those 5 people are all still around, which I'm not saying is likely, but I'm saying like there's still good useful information if they were to come out with that info because that's 5 good people. Like that narrows it down.
If we didn't have the curse
Plus
guy,
the seer, which is 6, and if we had 6 good people, we'd really be starting to hit on the
we have
mark
the
a lot more.
curse guy that could have been if we have 5.
And that's the problem now too. But I mean, it would still, if you knew a bunch of people that you checked and were good, then you, like, you know what I mean? Like if you had 4 or 5 that are still alive that are good, plus yourself,
that's
then
quite unlikely.
even though one of them might be cursed, you can narrow that. You can kind of have an idea in the back of your head, right?
I think we can assume that the seer isn't in that position by the fact that no one's saying anything.
Yeah, I doubt it. It's very unlikely, right? Like there's probably some people that were dead that they were wondering about and stuff. So I do think though, if they've found a werewolf that's still alive by now, I think they should. But it's hard to tell what kind of.
Well, like, what should we be focusing on? The werewolf or the chupa?
Who would Joseph likely pick as his first recruit as into the cult? Somebody he would want to pick somebody that's going to last.
No, Adam. I think he would pick Adam, to be honest.
It doesn't really help us if we know, because all you do if you kill the cult leader is you move the cult leader onto someone else.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually get you any nearer.
You might as well try to kill somebody that's in the cult that could also be a werewolf.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, I still think we
Good
should be
luck
hunting
with
for
that.
werewolves.
There's
Like,
just
I
so
feel
many
like we're playing the game.
variables.
Well,
Like, I'm still
unless you've
hunting
got
for
a
werewolves
werewolf
right
in
now.
mind.
The only thing that I heard of, like a slip from Simon, he said the werewolf. Like he was saying that there was one werewolf left. Maybe that was just a slip of the tongue, but
Yeah, that's impossible. There's only one. We've killed one werewolf.
Yeah.
I
Who do you kill, though? Damien, how much time?
Yeah,
We have
what
like
are
2
we
minutes,
at?
don't we? I think we're at like 2 minutes. Oh, less than
Wow.
2 minutes. Oh.
So hang on
I
a
still,
second.
I still think we need.
There's so many variables here. So like, if we got rid of Werewolf and the Chupacabra, then we're left with the cult. But then there's possibly loads of cult members. So like,
No,
Well, we would.
We win. We
we
don't
would
need to
win if we
nominate,
got rid of
guys.
the werewolf and the sheep.
Nominate. I will nominate Matthias because I feel like Matthias hasn't said very much, and I want to hear him talking, and I want the time to stop.
Caitlin
Yeah,
nominates
that's usually
Matthias.
what
Is there a second?
I guess because we're running out of time. Sorry.
Okay.
No, that's okay.
Flick seconds, Matthias.
That's usually what happens because I'm quite quiet all the time. So yeah, I don't have any good information and any hunches, and I'm a villager, as everyone will say. So yeah, I have absolutely no good suspicions.
Matthias is only because we just need to get a nomination out.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I know that. I understand that.
Okay, well,
But usually I get nominated because I don't speak, so that's quite normal.
okay, well, if you keep your defense going, it at least gives us 20 seconds to think.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. So
How much time do we have for the other
about
nominations?
something that sounds defensible
Like a
in
half or
17
something
more
like that.
Like a minute
seconds.
and a half.
So just
I think
think
we've got like
now,
a
you have
minute.
14 more seconds. So yeah, I'm still speaking. And a bit
Captain
more.
Speedplay.
Filibuster.
So just, yeah, exactly. Think. 4 more seconds to think. 3,
Just read a
2,
newspaper.
1.
Just
Okay.
Damien.
Wait, how long have we got left on the clock?
I'll show you whenever we've done the vote. So this is the first nomination of night 5 for Matthias. And I've lost count of how many people. There's 12. So yeah, so we still need 6. Okay, my numbers are right. Everybody, 3, 2, 1, vote. So Adam's the only one to vote down. Everyone else votes to keep Matthias alive. Everybody unmute.
Flick voted
Flick
down.
also voted down
Yeah.
too.
Plus did.
I
And
voted
I'll
down because I thought
explain
we were
that.
running out of time. Like, what time are we on?
I think we've got about
1 or
3
2 minutes.
1
Yeah,
minute.
that's what I
eight
thought. I
seconds.
thought we were like on the
goodness.
last track, and I was like, oh my god.
Okay, we got time. For
I'll
a couple
explain
more.
my vote real
I'm gonna
quick.
nominate Adam.
Okay.
I'll
Who wants to
second it, and
nominate
Adam
Adam?
can
Wait, no.
explain his vote then, and then we get an extra
Adam
minute.
wants to
Sorry.
explain.
Yeah, I nominate Adam then so he can explain.
Wait,
Okay.
no, nobody second.
No,
Nobody
that's
second.
not how.
No, someone already did
I
though.
thought
Alex
Alex
nominated and Elliot
nominated
seconded.
and
Oh,
Elliot seconded, yeah.
because we don't have time.
Okay, so Adam is nominated and seconded. Adam, what's your defense?
Okay, I'm a villager. The only reason I voted down on Matthias because someone mentioned who Joseph might pick. Matthias, I believe, is a fellow Swede, so maybe he would pick him. And Matthias is someone that definitely survives. So that was, I knew that he wouldn't die, but I just wanted to get my theory out there by voting down. I assumed I would be the only one, kind of like earlier when I voted down, knowing I'd be the only one. But that was my only thinking, is possibly Joseph would have, but I am a villager, so it's possible Joseph would have picked me, but I'm not the cult leader at this point.
Third vote.
Second vote. You have one more after this. So, second vote of day 5. Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, vote. Flick down, Sam down, Alex down. That's 3 down. Not enough. Everybody may unmute.
Yeah, no, I just realized that we're running out of time here. So
Yeah,
Like
I get
40
it. I thought that was the third vote, so that's why I was saying don't second, because I thought that was the very third vote.
yeah,
so
we're
I
on
was-
50 seconds now.
Yeah,
so
I got it. I'm still suspicious of Alex. That's my like biggest suspicion.
He hasn't
that's where I'm at.
spoken much.
I know why.
Yeah, but
I'm
Alex
sta-
doesn't generally speak.
I'm starting to get some suspicions of Sam just because he's been very in favour of killing people throughout.
But isn't that kind of what we have to do?
No, I
generally
mean,
from the
I mean,
get-go?
nominating people on early votes, voting down even when he's very much in the minority.
Well,
I might be wrong, but I'm just sharing where I
10
am.
seconds. 10 seconds, guys.
I'm not nominating. Someone nominate.
7, 6.
You guys can nominate me. I'll say
Who's nominating?
I nominate Elliot.
Sam nominates Elliot. Is there a second?
He's the only one with
Yeah.
multiple.
Silka seconds.
Ah.
Oh. No, go back. I need a defense. Okay, Elliot, you're on the block.
Okay, look, you've got enough suspicion that you need to know one way or the other, and you're going to kill me because I would if I was in your position and everyone was saying what's being said. What I would say is I said I had suspicions of Sam. He's nominated me. Don't necessarily, you don't necessarily have to mention, but at least check him out or something, because that's the only read I've really getting. I sort of trust Nick, but I'm not sure why.
Because he's Canadian, that's why I trust him. It's the only reason.
And yeah, if anyone's got any questions for me.
Oh man,
I have 2 suspicions now, but
Sounds like you're all done. So get ready to vote. So vote 3 of day 5. And it's still 12, so this might be a fait accompli, but let's see. Everyone, 3, 2, 1, vote. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, 4 down, 5 down, 6 down, 7 down, 8 down, 9 down, 10 down. It's easier to say who doesn't vote down. Elliot and Michael both voted up. Elliot is dead. I'm going to make a note. And Elliot was a villager. Everybody go to sleep. Bodyguard, wake up. Who would you like to protect? Thank you. Bodyguard, go back to sleep. Werewolf or werewolves, wake up. Who do you want to try to kill tonight? Werewolves, go back to sleep. Seer, wake up. Who would you like to know about? Seer, go back to sleep. Cult leader, wake up. Who would you like to join the cult? Cult leader, go back to sleep. Chupacabra, wake up. What horror lurks in the night?
I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Why did he say
Everybody, wake up. Except for Alex. Unlucky Alex. See you at the end of the game. There are 11 people
Was
remaining.
Alex a werewolf or villager?
He was a villager.
Thank you.
Was not everyone muted there, or was that coming from
Yeah.
you? During the night, Damien, was that coming from you, or was someone not muted? Because I
It
could
was
hear.
coming from me.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I'm just gonna jump out here and say that Justin is a werewolf.
Okay.
And he
Flick's a
smiled.
werewolf.
And I can definitely say that he's a werewolf.
Why definitely?
Because I'm expecting to die tonight for saying it. So Apprentice, I hope you're here. So Alex was definitely a villager. Was it who else was a villager? Just checking out numbers. Yeah, a lot of people are dead, but basically, yeah, Justin's a werewolf. And yeah, oh
Yep.
no, and Michael's also a villager because I checked this, and like I'm slightly suspicious because like I'm probably getting this very confused because like Matthias has a lot of red flags going off, but when I asked, Matthias was a villager.
Do you have the nights that you checked? Of like who you checked and when the nights have? I actually took really good notes
I have
today.
notes everywhere here, partly because there was pizza. So last night I checked Matthias. So I did number 2 for Matthias, and I was
That one
told
to
that
be guaranteed.
Yeah, that one's
Matthias
guaranteed
was
then.
a villager. Let me go back here. Justin, I think, was prior to that. And the reason Justin was before that was because I got confused when I did the 3, which was for Michael, because I did a 13, but it came up backwards. So then I got a little confused, and Damien did like a high like that, and I thought he thought 13, and actually he meant 3, and we got very confused. So Michael is a villager. So then I had to do another night, which is where the 13 came in. And also Alex was like one of the first ones I think that I checked, and he was definitely
So
a villager.
when did you check Justin? Sorry, you said you checked Matthias
Justin,
last.
So Matthias was last. Justin was before that, and then hang on. So it was Matthias, Justin, and then Michael, because Michael was supposed to be Justin, but the 3 and the
Gotcha.
13 got confused. And then for some reason, like, I don't know, I think Matthias is possibly the I can't say it.
He can't
Thank
be.
you. But
I don't
then
think he can be.
But this is the thing, I'm very confused right now. So I figured I'd just lay it all out on the table and go, that's a werewolf.
He can't be because nobody. Yeah, I don't think he can be. Can he?
I don't know.
Seers only
would
see
see him as a
werewolves or
villager.
villagers. Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Oh,
I'm
they
sorry,
wouldn't
Matthias.
know
Like, I know I'm
themselves.
probably dead now, but like,
Right. Not if you have a bodyguard. Then you have one more night.
going by like the rate of this game and just how bad things been going, I'm not.
To confirm, the seer will see the chupacabra as a villager.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So Michael is okay too. He's a villager too. Like, he
Michael
came
is
out as
definitely a villager. Justin is a werewolf. Matthias is who I thought was the chupacabra, but came up as a villager, and so now I'm confused.
Which they would.
Hence-
Which they would. That's
Yeah.
what Damien
So-
just said. Yeah.
That's why I'm just laying these on the table, because I'm a little confused. I didn't know that I forgot that they'd come up as a villager, and we're on like 3 minutes 40.
Yeah.
So yeah, do with that information what you will. But I am going to nominate Justin.
That's a werewolf. That's one good villager for sure. And Matthias is
Real quick,
either a
though.
chupacabra or a
Okay,
villager.
before
Real
anyone
quick,
else
though,
says anything, Flick nominated Justin. Is there a second?
No, don't at the moment.
Not
No,
yet.
Wait.
Does anyone second? I'm not asking for no's. I'm asking for
second.
yeses. Justin seconds. Seconds a nomination as himself.
That's
What?
a smart. That's smart on his point. I guess
think
unless
we should
we.
all vote no, so that we get
No,
more
Justin,
time
your
to discuss
defense.
this.
I will say I did try to kill Matthias one night. Do with that what you will.
Well, like Justin. Well
The
played.
psychological warfare. Oh man, that's interesting. Because it's interesting because they would want the chupacabra gone, but they also would want more villagers dead if he's just a villager. So it's very, very tough to.
I think we've more time. I'd like to hear from a few people that I have suspicions on from the way the last round went.
But he's already second, isn't it?
Yeah, but if he
it's only
seconded,
the first
we
vote.
it's only
Yeah,
the first vote, so he
So we
could
can vote
survive
up.
this vote to be killed in a second vote.
Yeah.
So is that what we want to do to let some
Yeah,
more people
I think
talk?
so.
Or okay,
I'd
I'm
be
fine
down
with
for
that too. I
In
agree.
that case, I'll mute you all and you can all decide by the votes. Day 6, first vote is for Justin. There are 11 people. No, 10. I make it. So 5 is the magic number. Everyone ready to vote? 3, 2, 1, vote. Justin votes down. Silka just votes down. That's it. Everyone else votes up. So Justin is still alive. Everyone on mute.
Who is the second person that voted him up? Or down, sorry, down.
Silka.
Justin and Silka.
And Michael, I thought.
Well, I
Oh,
voted
Michael's
by accident, but I meant to vote to save you so that we could get more time.
I was gonna say that was a weird argument. Let's vote to keep him alive. Vote down.
So that was a genuine mistake. It might be one beer too many.
Yeah.
From the last round, the way Elliot was nominated very quickly by Sam and seconded by Silka, to me that was quite suspicious because
There's
I
10 seconds left in the round, so
No, there's not.
very
No,
quick.
there's more than 10 seconds.
So-
There's 2 minutes.
2:40.
There was no time left.
I trusted
It was
Elliot.
a defense class.
I tried seconding as well, and there was 1 second to go left when it was time for seconding. That said, I am suspicious of Silka, to be honest.
Silka
I am too.
seconded 3 or 4 nominations now, and I think that's quite a very wealthy move. But Sam nominated Elliot so quickly, and I know he's probably trying to defend himself, but if you were a werewolf and you were about to be nominated, you would do that as well. So I am a little bit suspicious of Sam and Silka based on that last round.
I'm going to nominate Flick.
Who nominates?
Flick.
Justin nominates Flick. Is there a second?
Justin, that's great.
You want to keep suspicion from her? Yeah, she's sincere. Okay.
I'm going to nominate Silka.
Okay, so Flick's one doesn't go. Silka gets nominated by Michael. Is there a second?
Even just to hear defense.
Like,
no,
not to be
because
awkward. We
I
definitely
don't want
have
it
a
to go to a
definitive
third
werewolf
vote,
here.
because then a werewolf would jump in. So I will nominate Justin.
Simon
I'll
nominates
second that.
Justin, and Silka seconds.
Oh, I said Caitlin will too.
No, I don't
Okay, Justin,
Caitlin
you're
is.
back on the block.
Don't really have much I can say here. I think you guys should get rid of Flick as soon as possible. Other than that, no information.
He's telling the werewolves that. Don't worry about it, Flick.
I already know. Like, bye, everyone.
Well, hopefully there's a bodyguard. I'm hopefully.
Okay. The second vote for day 6 is for Justin again. Everyone ready to vote? 3, 2, 1, vote. That's a unanimous decision. Justin is dead. And Justin was a werewolf. Good night, everybody. Go back to sleep. I just have to do my own housework here before I call rolls, so. Okay, bodyguard, wake up. Who would you like to protect? Thank you. Bodyguard, go back to sleep. Werewolf or werewolves, wake up. Who would you like to attempt to kill? Thank you. Werewolf or werewolves, go back to sleep. Seer, wake up. Who would you like to know about? Seer, go back to sleep. Cult leader, wake up. Who would you like to add to the cult? Cult leader, go back to sleep. Chupacabra, wake up. Who would you like to target? Chupacabra, go back to sleep. Everybody, wake up. Except for number 1. Flick is dead. You're down to 8 players. You do not.
So villager, obviously.
Yes,
werewolf.
villager.
Okay.
And you do not need seconds for nominations at this stage. Once you accuse, that goes straight to the timer.
How many werewolves have we killed? We killed
1,
Justin.
2. Nee.
Connor,
3.
Justin, and
3.
who's the other one we killed?
I think 2 and the cult leader.
Der cult leader, genau. Yeah.
Did you say Flick was a villager, Damien?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so, yeah.
That's so either we don't have a bodyguard or bodyguard was playing 3D chess when or 4D chess when when the werewolves were playing 3D chess.
Or on the opposite side, they protected Flick the night before. I mean, that's
Right.
always the other. Yeah, that's always the other
That's
side
a
of things too.
possibility. Yeah.
But I have one thing. I have a lot of notes here, but I have nothing about 12 and 5.
I'm a villager. I was really hoping I was going to be a cursed villager, and I've been waiting for that message from Damien every single morning, but I'm just a villager. I'm really thankful I'm not the bodyguard because I thought I hated being the bodyguard of this year, but I'm just a normal villager.
And I am a boring villager as well, I'm afraid. No, absolutely nothing. Well, I've got suspicions. Suspicions of Silka. That's about it, really.
Silka's mine too.
I think Silka's the main one. Also,
I'm a little
And Matthias. And Matthias.
If he is the Chupacabra, I don't know if it's worth killing him now.
Well, here's the problem. Like, it was a werewolf telling it, right? So that, I mean, he has a reason for Matthias to be dead either way, right? So it is hard to say because it's kind of 50-50 whether, but it's also in our best interest to get the Chupacabra, right?
Now, how many werewolves do we think is left? Because if we kill Chupacabra,
there must be at least 2. There's no way he had less than 4.
At least 2.
Right.
I think we had 4 last week. But if you had 2, that would be extremely few. Too few.
I guess I'm worried that if there's 3 left, if we kill the Chupacabra, that's one help.
I really don't think. I don't think there's 5.
But the Chupacabra would need to kill every single villager, doesn't they? If they kill the werewolves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so that's a lot of time.
There were a lot of werewolves.
Yeah, for you to kill
But
people,
also,
Matthias,
the
that's a lot
longer
of
we
time.
go on, the more chance the cult leader has of winning.
Yeah, that's probably the main problem.
But I don't think we should kill the Chupacabra, or if we think Matthias is the Chupacabra, I don't think we should try to kill him yet. You still have a
don't
use.
think we should, or we should?
I don't think we should.
Okay.
No.
That's where I'm leaning towards too.
The Chupacabras had quite a few misses, so the Chupacabra, if he's still alive, should have quite a small list now.
And Matthias, you're going to help the village out.
But the Chupacabra would never come out and say, "Hey, I want to lose."
Yeah,
I know that's the thing. Like,
That's like the werewolf saying, "Oh, I'm the werewolf. Hey, kill me."
So I quite obviously in the last round put my suspicion on Sam and Silka, and they still haven't defended themselves in any way, which makes me even more suspicious.
Not
so
true.
I'm going to nominate Silka.
A lot of people.
Is there seconds?
We don't need seconds, don't we?
Oh, sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
Silka, you're on the defense.
Okay. Yeah, there was no opportunity to defend myself. Other people talked before, and then there were hasty nominations. I am a villager, like always, and my suspicions all proved wrong. I'm really bad in this game, so I might tell you who I'm suspicious of, and these are guaranteed villagers, seems in this game. I'm suspicious of Nick and of Caitlin, who is very different from other games, this game. But I've really no reason why.
Yeah, I've been singing. We watched Hamilton before this, so I'm singing like Hamilton songs in my head the entire time. Right now. Like, I'm not talking, literally just singing Hamilton and trying to keep like. That's why.
Okay, I'm finished.
Okay. So there were 8 people. So day 7, first vote. There are 8 people alive, so 4 is the magic number. Is everyone ready to vote? 3, 2, 1, vote. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, 4 down, 5 down. So Simon, Caitlin, Sam, Michael, and Nick, was that who was all voting down? So that confirms Silke is dead. And Silke was a villager. Good night, everybody. Bodyguard, wake up. Who would you like to protect? Thank you. Bodyguard, go back to sleep. Werewolf or werewolves, wake up. Who do you wish to try to kill? Thank you. Werewolf or werewolves, go back to sleep. Seer, wake up. Who would you like to know about? Thank you. Seer, go back to sleep. Cult leader, wake up. Who would you like to convert? Cult leader, go back to sleep. Chupacabra, wake up. Who would you like to target? Chupacabra, go back to sleep. Everybody, wake up. Except for number 12. Bye, Caitlin. It's been a good run, but we'll see at the end.
Was she villager or werewolf?
She was villager.
How? Oh man.
Probably missed again.
What the heck?
Matthias, how do you keep missing?
What? I can't do anything.
If we killed the Chupacabra, Damien, would you have told us?
Yes.
Yeah, I think Damien said that. Yeah, so the Chupacabra is still alive.
How many sure not 3 werewolves.
Wait, there are 8 of us, and we're
no. There's 6 of us.
6 of us. Oh yeah.
So there are not 3 werewolves.
But there's probably a lot of cult members.
Simon, you're muted if you're trying to talk.
Yeah, there's not 3 werewolves.
No.
Cheers.
But there's probably a lot of cult members because we only killed 1 cult leader.
Yeah.
And I would say chances are, if there's still cult members, after Flick cleared Michael, I bet the cult leader chose Michael because we would know he would be safe and not kill him. I'm not saying he's the cult leader now, but I would almost guarantee that he's in the cult right now. So, and probably Matthias too, since she kind of cleared him as
That's
well.
true.
So if we're concerned with the Colt potentially winning, and we're concerned with Matthias possibly being the Chupacabra, I think him or Michael. I mean, yes, we still need to kill werewolves. I don't know. It's tough. I don't know. It's just because
I don't think we can kill. Here's my thinking. I don't think we can kill Michael. I understand your logic, Adam, but I don't think we can kill Michael right now because if there's 2 werewolves left, they just win probably.
That's
on there,
true.
right? Like,
yeah, it's just so tough with 3 alternate ways of losing.
Yeah,
because the Colt, the Chupacabra, or the werewolves could win. So I just don't.
So we
but the problem is too, if we kill Matthias, I think that's the same problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about too.
There's definitely at least 2 werewolves left. There can't be less.
At most 2. Most 2 werewolves.
At most, yeah.
Then it's probably 2. Otherwise, we started
I would
with
think
3.
so.
And they're supposed, yeah.
Yeah, because remember there was that night where nobody died, so it's also possible that we started with 3 and then got a cursed, right? So I think it's 2 left. Michael's good. Matthias is not good, but he's not a werewolf, I don't think, in my mind.
Where did that come from?
Well,
what do you mean? Where did that come from? It came from when Justin.
It came from the werewolf number 13.
The werewolves need to get rid of the Chupacabra too. So.
It is possible Matthias turned if he was whatever.
No, yeah, I was checked after the night without any death.
Were you checked after that?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember what she said. I thought, okay.
You were the last one checked, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so he's not a werewolf for sure. So we can't kill him and we can't kill Michael. So it's between one of the 4 of us.
I'm going to say this, Nick. You were very, very quiet at the start. A lot quieter than you usually are, but you've become a lot more vocal.
Simon, here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say. Sorry for that. I thought this would come out a little earlier actually, but I was talking in the beginning quite a bit, the first round and a half, I'd say, and then there was that whole thing about how I said or Caitlin mentioned something about how Joseph, she really thought Joseph was tired or something. And I said, I didn't like that defense of being, or I didn't like that statement of being tired if you're going to play the game. And then Caitlin's like, well, let's stop talking about that. So I honestly muted myself for a whole 2 rounds. I think I just left myself muted because I was like, well, if someone's allowed to bring it up, and then as soon as I explain my reasoning about that fact, then the next thing you do is say, well, let's stop talking about it. I was a little annoyed. So I just muted myself for like 2 straight rounds and I wasn't really talking as much. I will say that.
No, I don't.
Nick and Caitlin were the only 2 people I had on my list other than Michael, of course, that I feel like I trust, but I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
my biggest suspicion's still Sam. I know I was wrong about Selka. Sam's on my list. He was equal with Selka. I just chose her first for a nomination.
We're almost out of time.
Tending to trust Nick.
It's Sam or Adam for me. That's my thoughts.
I have Adam and Nick.
Well, you can nominate me and I'll give you my defense if you want. And we can run out another minute.
I nominate Sam.
I second him.
You don't need a second. But
oh, yeah, that's true.
That was Adam nominated, was it? Just
no, it was Michael. I think.
Michael. Yes.
So did you say Sam or Simon?
Sam.
Okay.
Sam. Okay, Sam, you're on the block. Go on, because I started this early.
My choosing Elliot was not quick. I'm not sure why it was said it was quick. There was less than 10 seconds left at the time, and at that time, he was the one that had the most amount of suspicion thrown on him. And I just felt like we couldn't not kill somebody that day. And it didn't seem like anybody else was going to be nominated. I'm still pretty new, so I've been trying to be a little more aggressive this game. And I've been doing that because I am a plain villager. If I was a werewolf or pretty much any other role, I would just go with my default of being quiet. Because for me, if I was a werewolf, that would be the easiest way to try to get through. So that's about all I have right now. I guess we got 15 seconds if I could try to run that out. Like I said, this is the most active I've ever been in a game, and that's what I've been trying to go for. I've not been doing a good job, admittedly, but yeah.
Okay. Everyone ready to vote? There are 6 left, so 3 is the magic number. That rhymes. Anyway. 3, 2, 1, vote. So Michael is the only one to vote down. Everyone else says to stay alive. That's not enough. Everyone unmute yourselves.
I'll nominate Simon just to hear him since we're 10 seconds away.
Okay.
Oh, are we 10 seconds away? Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
That was me.
Go,
Right.
Simon.
Well, I would say I am a villager. I don't know anything. I was probably about to nominate Nick. I know he said he muted himself for a couple of rounds, but I thought he was quite quiet beforehand. I initially thought he was the bodyguard, but I don't think he is. Matthias,
I'm not the bodyguard.
Chupa. Adam, I don't know. Michael has apparently been cleared. Sam, I don't think so. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel at the moment. Bogsan, the villager, I think probably whatever happens, the villagers aren't going to win, and it's going to go to somebody else. So well done to those guys. Yeah, that's about all I've got to say.
Okay. Vote 2. Nothing's changed. So is everyone ready to vote? 3, 2, 1, vote. 2 down. Still not enough. Simon, you're still alive?
Oh man, I just want to say one thing. The very weird thing is that Michael actually could be the Chupacabra. It's just that Matthias hasn't really been saying anything against it. Him not like when it was said that he was probably.
Do we nominate?
No one nominated.
Nominate
I can't.
Adam.
Nominate Adam.
Oh, time is up.
I think they said Adam.
There was
Nah,
2 nominations I got him.
Nah. Not fast enough. Everyone go back to sleep. Bodyguard, wake up. Who would you like to protect? Thank you. Bodyguard, go back to sleep. Werewolf or werewolves, wake up. Who would you like to target? Werewolf or werewolves, go back to sleep. Seer, wake up. Who would you like to know about? Seer, go back to sleep. Cult leader, wake up. Who would you like to convert? Cult leader, go back to sleep. Chupacabra, wake up. Who would you like to target? Chupacabra, go back to sleep. Everybody, wake up, except for number 3. Good night, Michael. See you at the end of the game. There are 5 players remaining. and 4 minutes to discuss it in.
I don't understand how the cult hasn't won. There's just been so few people. I don't know.
Unless they keep picking the people that's getting killed.
Yeah,
I guess.
Michael was a villager, is that right?
Yes.
And then we know he was not the cult leader. Yeah.
And we also know he wasn't. We also know Chupacabra is still around.
Yeah, he voted really strange last round, so I thought he was one of those two, but.
And I think Adam was the only other person who voted down for me.
Yeah.
I was just concerned because I knew there was only 10 seconds left, and you had said that you were about to nominate Nick, and I trusted Nick more than you. So if you were going to jump in with a quick nomination, I would have rather seen you go than Nick. So that was the reason I voted down for you, Simon. If that was wrong, I'm sorry.
I'm not sure where to go with this.
No.
I mean, I guess if there's an apprentice seer.
Yeah, basically, I think if anyone's got a role.
If you've got any kind of role, you got to come on now.
So
They
nothing.
were saying there's no seer, no bodyguard,
no apprentice.
I feel like the curse didn't get changed because I feel like the diseased, if they were about to die during the day, would have explained, like, would have brought that out up.
Yeah, did they know?
So I feel like
diseased
I think
know,
the disease knew, the curse doesn't. I think
they would definitely say that they are some kind of role, but don't say what.
I kind of feel Yahoo might have been the diseased.
I think so too. I just think so because I think if they were about to die during the day, it is possible they thought they were going to get enough votes to stay alive and they didn't. But I think you would still want to come out with that information, even though you obviously won't get targeted probably by the werewolves. But I think at that point you would have.
You think there's any chance there's no werewolves left?
No, because what's that? That we've only killed 2, right?
Two is dead.
Oh, I have three for some reason.
Started with 2 and a Chiku Babra thing. That seems really strange.
Yeah,
that would make them basically impossible for them to win.
Why do I have 3 written down?
Okay.
No, man. So now the thing is, I still think we can't vote for Matthias.
I don't think yet. Unless
what? But
unless Justin was. I haven't played.
My main suspicion is Adam at least.
Yeah.
On who?
Adam, number 7.
I think it's Adam. I think it might be Adam and Sam. That's my thoughts.
Oh, I think it might be Adam as well. So I'm going to nominate Adam.
Okay, Simon nominates Adam.
Well, if you think I'm a werewolf, you're wrong. If you think I'm a Chupacabra, you're wrong. I'm also not the cult leader, so that makes me a villager. I mean, it is what it is. I know we can't lose any more villagers, even if there's only one werewolf left. I think the cult's about to win either way, so it seems like no one left has a role, but I am just a regular villager, so I would hope you would keep me, because I think if you kill me, I think the game will end and one of the other sides will win, but I don't know which one. Maybe all 3 of them at this point, who knows?
Okay. So there are 5 alive, so 3 is still the magic number. Everyone, 3, 2, 1, vote. Everyone down except for Adam. So Adam is dead, and Adam was a werewolf. Good night, everybody. Everyone go to sleep. Bodyguard, wake up. Who would you like to protect? Thank you. Bodyguard, go back to sleep. werewolf or werewolves, wake up. Who would you like to try to kill? Thank you. Werewolf or werewolves, go back to sleep. Seer, wake up. Who would you like to know about? Thank you. Seer, go back to sleep. Cult leader, wake up. Who would you like to convert? Cult leader, go back to sleep. Chupacabra, wake up. Who would you like to convert? Sorry, attack. Chupacabra, go back to sleep. Everybody, wake up. Except for Nick. Good night, Nick. However, congratulations, Joseph and Nick. The cult has won. All surviving villagers are part of the cult.
Cult for the win!
And it was so close at one point when it was one village, one werewolf.
I think Simon wins as well, right?
Yeah. No, it's only us, only the leaders.
I know, but doesn't he become the leader? I get killed.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Oh yes,
Simon,
that's right. Congratulations,
Simon, you're a villager,
Simon,
right?
You also win.
Yeah.
Simon, you're a villager, right? It was Sam and Adam.
Yeah.
I'm so happy with my choice. Like I was so thinking about, like I went for Nick at first because I knew you would become leader when I died.
Happened? How did I not die?
I don't know. I was thinking like maybe he will die soon, but on the other hand, I had a good feeling you were villager. My second choice was Adam, and he turned out to be a werewolf. So that's a bad pick.
Joseph,
Well,
Joseph, I was going to use that as my
confirm
argument
first.
as why I wouldn't be picked as the new cult leader, because I'd be like, well, if Joseph was the cult leader, he would know not to pick me.
Yeah, and like you kind of like accused me, and we had a back and forth. So I was thinking like people are not going to think that I'm going to pick you.
I shall mute you for a moment just to confirm who was who. So Flick was the seer, Matthias was the chupacabra, last one to join the cult. Michael was the diseased, but it didn't matter because the werewolves killed him and then got killed. Joseph was the cult leader. Adam, Connor, and Justin were the werewolves. Silka was the cursed, got hung by the village. Daniel was the apprentice seer, got hung by the village. And Ayahu was the bodyguard. And that's it.
Be like Draco. Follow Board Games with Niramas on Facebook at BGW Niramas.